right hand and repeat after me. I, George Walker Bush, do solemnly swear.
I, George Walker Bush, do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
That I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States. So help me God.
Dear Mr. President, I have classified evidence from hidden intelligence on how you stole the election, created a conspiracy, the event of September the 11th to overthrow the Middle East and to use the war or terror to conquer Iraq, to acquire billions for Halliburton and the Carlyle Group. We know about your Hawking Energy, Enron scandals, and your dealings with the propaganda of Jim Baker, James Arbat, and the corruption of the Saudi royal family, from laundering money through the Bin Laden Group. And now you want to rig the Arabian continents for its oil. I showed you footnotes on how you used to snort coke, supported the Israeli military, supplied them with weapons to drop bombs on Palestinians. Plus your sentence thousands of Africans and Mexicans to death row. We claim their innocence. And how your father and Ronald Reagan started an international drug ring with Noriega, created the Cold War, then invaded Panama. It's foul how you set the plan for Unical after the destruction of Afghanistan. Overthrew the Taliban to take over the poppy leaf fields, to distribute heroin globally through false diplomatic diplomacy.
Dear Mr. President, hear the words of a lost generation, seeking salvation in its foundation, oppressed and forsaken. This is dedicated to the Bush administration. Dear Mr. President, hear the words of a lost generation, seeking salvation in its foundation, oppressed and forsaken. This is dedicated to the Bush administration.
Dear Mr. President, protect yourself. A lot of people out here don't respect your help to get the wealth. We just need to take it back. You take money from the working class that break their back to pay the tax, then sway the axe and cut jobs. You better pray when a nation reacts as one mob. It's come time to be held accountable for your family practice. This goes out to everybody on the blacklist. Assassins who wanna hack this, head off a Leviathan. Wind up dead by yourself, never die for him. Everybody blown to shreds, no one to lie to then. Who will you cry to then? Benevolent backs are trampled. They use irrelevance to make an example out of your actions, to smother any offsprung factions who resort to gun clapping to replace satisfaction. They laughing cause this is a business war, drafting men who don't know what they in this for. Mapping world domination since 7 years and 4 and before that.
Dear Mr. President, hear the words of a lost generation, seeking salvation in its foundation, oppressed and forsaken. This is dedicated to the Bush administration. Dear Mr. President, hear the words of a lost generation, seeking salvation in its foundation, oppressed and forsaken. This is dedicated to the Bush administration.
Dear Mr. President, I refuse to trust ya. Gun in the air, shoot a flare, yelling fuck ya. The rich get richer while the poor man suffer. America built off of the poor man's labor. I refuse to wait for some doomsday savior. Revolutionary, let's start regrouping. I pen the manuscripts of Huey P. Newton. I'ma start shooting, right? Fuck what they say. My target is the leader of the KKK. Black jelly beer with a black AK. Christianity is the religions of the pagan. Fuck a Holy Ghost, religions a safe haven. Curse Benny Hinn, curse Jimmy Swagger, curse all robbers of 38 snub. I'm headed for the viewing of the 700 Club. You fuckers, come and lay hands on me. I carry a 4-5, so what's it gonna be? I swear in the church, right while the preacher preaching. Tie up the pastor, kidnap the deacon. I could care less about the words that you speaking. It's lies. God don't live up in the sky, he lives up in me, motherfucker.
Dear Mr. President, hear the words of a lost generation, seeking salvation in its foundation, oppressed and forsaken. This is dedicated to the Bush administration. Dear Mr. President, hear the words of a lost generation, seeking salvation in its foundation, oppressed and forsaken. This is dedicated to the Bush administration.